Hey there. Okay, so another another pain point that small business owners deal with is promotion. So how to ensure that I'm doing everything necessary to promote my business, to give my business visibility. And I will tell you, as I did in a previous video, the biggest way to do that is to make sure that you have an internet presence and that it's optimized. Just having a presence and putting it out there is not going to be to your best benefit as much as it would be to do all of the back end optimization. And a lot of people are like, what is that? And that's where I come in. So it's called reputation management. So reputation management, and this is a demo account I set up for just this video so that I don't show a lot of clients information. I don't breach any data privacy because being a cybersecurity background, I value that a lot. But I'm going to go over this kind of briefly and swiftly so you can slow this down if I go too fast. Or if you're like me and it's not fast enough, you can speed it up. But I'm trying to keep this a lot briefer than the 16-minute video that I just recently recorded. So what I want to show you here is that this is just an overview. This would be kind of like your back office to see kind of what's going on and your trends and your analytics. But you would also have requests. So send a review request. I just finished speaking with such and such client. I want to send them a review request. You would send that in here. Now reviews. Once let's say you have events for the community and you're an educational advocate for the community of Katy, Texas, and you just had an event and you want people to give you reviews for that event. Well, there's a way that we could work into your automation setup. And once they have registered for your event, that they will be able to leave reviews for that particular event or meeting with you or a one-on-one session or whatever it is that you do. Now, so all of the fun stuff back here that's fun for me, that really doesn't matter to the person on the front end as long as someone like me is handling it on the back end. So the biggest thing here is your GBP optimization. What is that, Mia? Google Business Profile Optimization. Remember, I used that word earlier. Making sure that you are showing up on Google, but that is also optimized. Making sure your website is showing up on Google, but also making sure that your website is optimized so that Google really cares to push your website out there. So integrating your GBP would be adding all of this stuff in. Yes, it looks like mayhem, but when you know how to connect these things together to make them work to your benefit, that's where I come in to make this seamless for your community advocacy business or nonprofit or your network marketing and whatnot, making all of these things work to your benefit. So that is your presence, right? That's your reputation. Now, so pardon me, how to make all of this make even more sense. Let me get rid of that and make this bigger for you. So now let's say that you have events and you want to use less energy and have higher retention because trying to do all of this stuff relying on your own memory and having your own follow-up system is just too much. People are going to get lost in the shuffle. Appointments are going to get lost. You're not going to be able to remember to get to all those DMs. It's just too much for the human brain. Like, and the information age is great, but if you don't have a way to systematize all that stuff, it just becomes a lot. This is not 1995 anymore to have the Black Agenda book and be writing down all your appointments. Life is too convoluted right now. So manual follow up is just, it's a drain. It's a drain on every bit of you physically, mentally, and emotionally. And then if you're drained, you're not going to be optimally providing services to your clients. So now when you have a lead capture funnel, that lead capture funnel can come in and do these things in a cycle, a continuous cycle. It's going to capture the information of a potential client. That's called a lead. It's going to nurture them. That's called showing them that you care. Okay. I'm following up with you. I'm, touching base and keeping the conversation open so that it's not so transactional. And then you're going to convert them into a trusted follower, someone who is going to give you good reviews. And they're going to come back for more services. Okay. So that is where your retention comes in. Okay. So frictionless capture is having a QR code or having a form set up where they can easily get into your CRM funnel. And once they're in your CRM funnel, then what you have to do is just go and nurture them. You're going to have an event, or you're going to have them as a client for a one-on-one, or you're going to provide them a service at your massage therapy salon or whatnot. And you're going to also, with the calendaring system that we have built up for you on the back end, building that momentum before anything even happens. And that's part of the nurture. So nurture is just letting them know, you know, I'm here, I care, but also it's a business. So we're driving revenue, right? But by driving revenue, here's some great examples that I pulled up. So, like, hi, Alex, I loved your questions during the keynote. Here's a relevant case study we thought you'd find valuable. So I care. It's not just so transactional. What can I do for you? And you pay me money. Great to see you active in the community, John. Would you be open to a quick intro with one of our specialists? Like, there you go, making it to where you have a rapport and you're treating a human like a human. Okay. But the conversation AI can automatically follow up with a lot of these things that can be tedious for the person who is just trying to make it through Tuesday. Like, I'm just trying to get through these 10 clients because this is going to be a long day. But all of that can happen through setting up your system and having the automation set up with your live chats, your SMS, and DMing. So that means you got to have your social media presence all built together. Now, multiplying that is that you turn your attendees into local SEO assets. And that's what I was talking about before. The SEO and the AI SEO is where a lot of people are going to find you. Let me give you an example. So let me go here and let me pull up Gemini. She and I talk often. And let's say, so massage therapy. Typically you want to give your GPT a persona. So I'll say, act like, what do you call the people that give you tours? Um, I guess tour guide. Act like an expert tour guide for the DFW, Texas area, and provide me the top 3 massage therapy salons in the north part of DFW, Texas. Okay. And that's a very basic prompt. Like, prompts should be much more in depth. But for this example, let's go for it, see what she pulls up. And what you want to do is you want to take this information and you want to see, how are these people optimizing their particular businesses. So we're going to see how they're rated. Okay, 4.6, 4.7, 4.3, not as high as the other two, but they came in third. Okay, so here you go. Woodhouse Spa. That's right over here by me. Woodhouse Spa, the North DFW, specifically the Plano, Frisco, and the Colony corridor, is home to some of the most sophisticated wellness retreats in Texas. What do you see here? 4.6 star rating, and they have their reviews listed. And where are they coming up? They are AI. Google Gemini is where we are. AI SEO. That means they are search engine optimization. S for search, E for engine, O for optimization. On the back end, somebody who was dealing with all the digital marketing and the tech speak for Woodhouse Spa made sure that their website, their internet presence was all built up so that they are able to promote their company while they're asleep, because clearly they're closed. But I'm looking them up at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday because I want to book for Monday or Tuesday. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's how people continue to be able to promote themselves. That's how businesses are able to continue to promote themselves, because they are AI, SEO, and SEO optimized, and you want to be there, right? So moving right along, and we may not get through all of these, or maybe we will, but you just want to have a unified ecosystem running in the background. So we talked about the lead capture, the nurture, and then the retention after you have converted them. Simple, easy peasy. I have a snapshot that you can download on your own, and I'll link it down below so that you can utilize this for your own business and get your business set up with a back office where you can be able to promote yourself and get all of your media set up the way that you want your media to be set up, right? Get all of your channels optimized, get your Google business profile, your website done, get all of that stuff done on your own in your own back office. Okay. So, all right, 10 minutes in. All right, you all, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.